Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video and would like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe. Please accept my apology that I have my sunglasses on. I'm not trying to conceal my identity. Instead, I try to conceal my pink eye. One of the primary goals of my YouTube channel is to promote template-based cooking versus recipe-based cooking. And my goal is to help people use a basic template to create different versions. In this video, I'm going to show you a version of a pepper chicken that was created by one of my former students, and I will call her Jennifer for the purpose of this video. Jennifer made several wonderful modifications to this basic template, and I really like it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you her versions in this video. Okay, let's go into the kitchen and see what we could do. The first thing I enter into the kitchen is to take some chicken out from the freezer and put it into a sink for thawing. It takes only about 10 minutes for the chicken to thaw. I prep my chicken in such a way that anytime I want to use chicken for my dish, I can have it ready from freezer to the wok in about 10 minutes. You can take a look at this video, see how I prep my chicken. You will find it to be very convenient. This dish is very popular in Chinese restaurant. They call it pepper chicken. Now, normally this dish is cooked with green pepper. And in fact, one of my former students, and I will call her Jennifer for the purpose of this video, she converted the green pepper into color pepper, because the color pepper is a little bit sweeter and she likes that more than green pepper. So after talking to Jennifer, I decided to try out this myself. I guess this is the convenience as well as the benefit of template-based cooking, because you can make easy substitutions. In fact, I did one more substitution, is that I'm going to use both yellow and orange pepper for this dish. In addition to the use of pepper, another signature of this dish is the use of what is known as black soybean. Now this black soybean is fermented, and it is one of the oldest condiments used in Chinese cooking. You can take a look at this video if you would like to learn more about this fermented black soybean. After opening up the package, I transfer them into a plastic bottle and I store them in the refrigerator. As you can see that this black soybean has some very interesting, unique characteristics. Next, I'm going to make a gravy-like sauce, and people frequently call that to be a restaurant style. I'm going to use about half cup of water, and to that I add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Sugar really turned out to be critical in balancing the flavor of a dish. And then I'm going to add some soy sauce. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of regular or light soy sauce. And then it's followed by adding about 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Again, you actually will not taste the vinegar at all because it will blend into the other flavoring agents. And I add also half tablespoon of sesame oil. Now sesame oil is a what they call a finishing oil or seasoning oil, so you don't really cook with them. So I add some more seasoning agents, which I start out with some garlic powder and then some ginger powder and paprika. Now all of this is really very much of a personal preference. You can add what you prefer. Now to thicken the sauce into a gravy-like texture, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. The amount of cornstarch you're going to add will determine how thick it's going to be. Now for this particular dish, I want it to be pretty thick. So you will see as we come to the end of this cooking session. I'm going to coat the chicken with cornstarch. I learned that from my cousin Marge, who lives in Canada. I couldn't believe the difference that they make when you coat the chicken with cornstarch. It really provides what you would call protection for the chicken and make it more tender. I'm going to cook this dish in my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. I add 2 tablespoons of canola oil to the wok. I really like this wok, both for its ability to clean readily, as well as I like the way it looks. It is also easily seasoned, and you can take a look at this video on seasoning this stainless steel wok. I find that another great advantage of coating the chicken with cornstarch is that you can do what is known as shallow frying to create a light breading on the surface of the chicken. So what I do is that I just lay the chicken out flat as much as possible on the surface of the wok. Another reason I really like this Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok is that it has a larger flat surface compared to other type of wok. So you can use it in many ways, just like a frying pan. So you can see that I can lay out all my chickens on the surface of the wok and in contact with the oil. So basically I am frying them just like I would have been frying in a skillet. Next, I'm going to sprinkle some black bean onto the surface of the chicken. Actually, I should say on the surface of the chicken. I try to get the black bean come in contact with the oil because I like to fry the black bean a little bit so that they will become crisp. Another thing about frying the black bean is that it's almost like seal them, so they will basically retain their flavor only when you bite into it. Another little tip I would like to share with you is to get yourself a pair of tongs. I use a pair of tongs to particularly do this kind of frying because the wok spatula will not give you the same control. Now, as you can see, now I'm turning the chicken over. The chicken has been now fried and take on a golden color, as it will in the case when it has a breading. So what we have is that we have the chicken that now has a light breading in the coating. So up to this point is that I'm ready to add the color pepper. Now the color pepper takes very little time to cook. Personally, I do not like to overcook the pepper at all, and I like the pepper to be more crisp. So that's why I add it way at the end. Usually I stir fry the pepper for probably maybe 20-30 seconds or less, and now it is ready. So the final step is to create the sauce. Before you add the cornstarch suspension to the wok, make sure you use a spoon and stir it well, because the cornstarch tend to settle to the bottom of the container. With the heat from the stove and a constant stirring, you can see that the cornstarch suspension start to thicken into a gravy-like sauce. Now this is where you control how much you want it to be thickened. The last step is to add some scallions, and after a quick few stir, the dish is ready. This dish is very fast. The total cook time of this dish is a little bit over 4 minutes. So when you're in a hurry, you want to have something that's delicious, at the same time cooked from all fresh and unprocessed ingredients. This will be something that you could try. This dish turned out very well. The chicken is moist and tender, and the pepper is perfectly cooked. What I like most about Jennifer's version is her switch to color pepper. The original version always called for green pepper, but I like the color pepper better because they are a little bit sweeter. The second modification that I also really enjoy is her choice to use a gravy-like style sauce. I normally cook with a light sauce, but the gravy style sauce really appealed to me. A heavier sauce coat the pepper much better, and it gives the pepper greater flavor. Jennifer told me that she really liked this version, particularly the sauce, because she can put the sauce over her rice or over her noodles. She told me that my fast cooking system really worked well for her. So just let me reiterate that the word FAST is the acronym of the 4 attributes of my cooking system. The word FAST stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. If you want to learn more about my fast cooking system, you can take a look at this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.